a West Ham fan is never dull. Today we've got a relegation crunch clash, should I say. But that's not all that's happened this week. And I really didn't know how to sort of package this video up, really. I know we've got the imminent game today, but I couldn't let it pass without the rumours that I've heard and the stories that I've heard over the last couple of days go without being mentioned. You know what will happen? There'll be a match today. Look, it's either going to be brilliant today, we win the game and Danny Ings is the hero and things start to look a little bit better, we're at the bottom three, or it's a draw which is sort of no good for anybody and we're wondering what's going to happen with the manager, or we lose and the manager gets booted out and the new manager will come in. And anyway, my point is there'll be so much stuff to talk about that we may not get to talk about this, but here's the rumour as I understand it. Now the rumour is that West Ham United are about to be taken over. That there is interest in West Ham from the Qatari investment fund. Now, what's the Qatari investment fund? Well, it's an investment fund from Qatar. No, I'm mocking. I'm being silly, really. Newcastle were taken over by the Saudi investment fund. It's basically something put into place by the Saudi government to allow them to purchase assets overseas as investments. Qatar want to get involved. Qatar love the World Cup. They want to get involved. They want to purchase some more football clubs. Now, Qatar already own Paris Saint-Germain. So what they want to do is they want to basically move their money around a little bit and buy other clubs. Is it legal? I don't know. I'm not even entirely sure what the rules are, but whatever. I'm sure that they'll find a way to do it. Rumour is that they've had a look at Newcastle. They quite like the Newcastle project. What's the Newcastle project? Well, that is basically not going and buying Manchester United or Liverpool or Chelsea. It's buying a lesser club. Sorry, Newcastle. It's buying a lesser club and trying to build them up. And that's what they want to do with West Ham. Apparently, it's just a rumour. Now, apparently the Qataris have had a little bit of squeaky bum time and they've been turning around and they've been saying to Sullivan or whoever's in charge, you know, make sure West Ham are not in this position. So they can't actually physically give West Ham money. So Sullivan's had to put his money into his pocket and go out and buy Danny Ings to try and buy ourselves out of this mess so we can make the sale. Now, if you're regular watchers of the channel, you'll know for quite some time I haven't actually believed that Kravinsky is going to be our final owner. I believe that he was just in for the investment to make a few quid. It is basically what he does. I might be wrong. I've got no proof to that. That's just my suspicion, looking at the way he purchases other things, not just football clubs, but it's Sainsbury's, Royal Mail, Foot Locker, the way he's only part ownership in Sparta Prague, which is presumably his team. If you ever wanted to own anyone, it'd be your team, wouldn't it? He's shown no desire to hold anything more than 40% of that club. It just stands to reason that West Ham are an investment vehicle rather than a plaything. If he was that bothered about football and he really enjoyed it, he'd go to the games. He doesn't, okay? So I've always thought we're basically being fattened up for the kill. It looks like the Qataris want to buy us. Now, I guess, you know, that's really the rumour, and it's just a bizarre rumour, very West Ham-like at a time when this is all happening. And when I say there's never a dull moment, we're either qualifying for Europe or about to get relegated. I mean, there's not been too many times where we've just been, you know, just also-rans, just sort of beige, not really doing anything. Nothing exciting to see over there, nothing exciting to see down there. No, not West Ham. So, also, that's not the only thing that's happened, and this is something myself and Gio were going to do as a video, but we just didn't get the chance. The week has been packed full of stories, but it's something that will get old very, very quickly. It's about Mikel Antonio. Basically, Mikel Antonio did a podcast, and in that podcast, Mikel Antonio he basically said that David Moyes has changed the tactics. West Ham aren't doing what made them good. And basically, we tried to do new things and now we're crap. And we're going to try and get back to doing the things that did make us good. Look, that's his perception of it. He's on the inside. I'm on the outside. It doesn't look like we've morphed into this attacking team. Whatever they think's happening, I haven't seen it. Whatever Antonio thinks happening, I haven't seen it. David Moyes in his press conference alluded to the fact that he had to break the team to make the team new, to make us more attractive and make us play more attacking football. I haven't seen it. Now, since then, he said, that hasn't really worked, so I've had to backtrack a bit. and then put things back in place. That makes sense. That I can see because, as we mentioned on numerous times, on numerous videos, I think it was 9 of the team that faced Wolves, or that started against Wolves, were in the team 3 years ago. So it's an old team, you know. It's not a new, vibrant, energetic new way of playing. It's more of the old stuff, basically, but just a little bit older and a little bit slower. But I mean, Mikel Antonio went in, I was going to say two-footed. It wasn't nasty, but I mean, he didn't really hold back in what he was saying. Was critical of David Moyes, critical of the change. Maybe not just the moans and bleats of somebody that's not in the team. He was giving an overview of West Ham and the tactics. Anyway, so that itself was interesting. The other thing I found really, really interesting was David Moyes admitted in a press conference, the press conference, the one before this game, the Thursday press conference. David Moyes admitted, actually, was it Friday? It was Friday, beg your pardon. David Moyes admitted that Said Benrahma was West Ham's best attacker. What? What? I know it. You know it. But David Moyes, you and I thought David Moyes didn't know it. David Moyes said Said Benrahma's our new attacker. Well, that does beg the obvious question. You've already saying it. You probably already shouted it at the phone or whatever device you're watching this on. If you think he's our best attacker and we can't score goals, why haven't you been playing him? This is a really, really bizarre turn of events. I cannot believe this. But what it does, it confirms what a lot of us believe, which is basically David Moyes just tries to close down the game for the first 60 minutes and then tries to win it in the last 30 minutes. If he believes his best attacker is best utilised from the bench, what does that say about him? Who else does that? Who else? You go through all of the teams, and we're not going to on this video, we'll just do 2 or 3. And we'll name their best attacker and see if that manager would leave him on the bench. Should we start with Liverpool? Mo Salah, should we say that? Mo Salah on the bench all the time for Jurgen Klopp. Ain't going to happen, okay? Where else are we going to go with? Should we go? Arsenal's not quite so easy. But let's say Gabriel Jesus or Saka, ain't going to happen. And you could go through them. Kevin De Bruyne, or Haaland, I'm doing a lot of that's Family Fortunes, by the way. That's that's the zero. You're probably really annoyed. I promise I won't do it anymore. Actually, maybe once I just will. If we can think of one more team. You're all screaming. I'm struggling to think of another one at the moment. Tottenham Hotspur, Harry Kane, it's not happening. It's only David Moyes that would think this guy is our best attacker. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put him on the bench. They'll never figure that one out. That's bound to be a winner. Well, you know what? It hasn't been a winner. It's been a loser. Let's hope today against Everton that we see something very, very different. And when I say very different, I want to see us move away from the caution. That's what I want to see. I want to see David Moyes start with Said Benrahma, but it's not just that. Start with Jarrod Bowen. Congratulations to Jarrod Bowen, by the way. Danny Dyer is pregnant. The daughter. Stop it. Danny Dyer is pregnant, so congratulations to Jarrod Bowen and Danny. Congratulations to both Dannys, by the way. Be a very proud granddad, I am sure. And I hope that he doesn't throw caution. I hope he throws cautions to the wind. I hope he starts with Danny Ings. What's the point in starting with Mikel Antonio? Look, he's not been working out. The guy's moaning anyway. We've just bought somebody that is... Look, he's been labelled guaranteed Premier League goals. Fine, if you believe that, then play him. But get some service to him, all right, and get some support around him. It's a shame about Scamacca. Scamacca's injured, just in case you didn't know. I'll be doing a build-up show later on today, an hour and 5 minutes before kickoffs. That's at 1:55. Join me over on the main channel for the build-up show, just in case. I know people are going to be typing in, where's Scamacca? I'll tell you now, he's injured, okay? And let's not play Thomas Souček, unless you're going to play him in goal or at centre-back or something like that. As a midfielder, that was a joke, by the way, I don't want to see Thomas Souček in goal. Let's try and show a little bit of ambition in midfield. Let's play something a little bit more creative. Try and get some service to Danny Ings. I was going to say Annie Dings. She's a lovely lady, Annie. So let's get a bit of service to Annie Dings. There we go. Anyway, I'm sort of gone now. I've sort of lost it. There we go. I tried to do it. It's just been bizarre. It's not my fault. It's all these stories, Qatari takeovers and all of this sort of stuff. It's all gone a little bit mad. But I tell you what, nothing is ever sane in the world of West Ham. There you go. Anyway, a little video for you to take you up until kick-off, or an hour and 5 minutes before kick-off. Bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? Big day today. Look, regardless of whatever you think about David Moyes, whether you want David Moyes to stay, go, or stay or go. Actually, there's no in between. Either stay or go. Yes, there are only two options for that one. Stay or go slowly. Whatever you want it to be, we need 3 points today. That much is really, really clear. So we just can't afford to lose any ground against, a lot of the other teams who are. They all look a bit better than us at the moment, don't they? So, brave old Danny Ings for joining West Ham. I should say that much. We talk about the madness of West Ham. Maybe Danny Ings isn't the full ticket. He might have been better off staying at Aston Villa, quite frankly. But no, fair play to him. Bench at Aston Villa, or probably bench at West Ham, to be fair.